All right, welcome back. You know, this being a Thursday, it's all about relationships. My name is Shiko Kaitani, sitting in for Paul Mgalambuvi. Last week on Thursday, you did have a great time as you talked about some of the questions you need to ask before you jump into marriage. Today, we've got a part B of it, and it's all about the courtship leading to marriage. What are the do's and what are the don'ts? Your favorite couple is back, and I've been looking forward to actually sitting on the same set with the J's. I call them the J's. I'm talking about Dr. Julius Kimani and, of course, Dr. Jane Kimani in the house. Welcome.
Thank you.
I get the honor of sitting down with you guys.
We are blessed to have you.
You know, there's some question. Where is Buvi?
I know. Buvi decided he's going to take a week off.
Let him go
You know, it has been raining.
It has been
so
raining.
I think some of his things has jakauka.
Yes, Jakauka.
You agree, yeah, right? Yeah, has jakauka. And I know he's watching. Buvi, what is happening?
Jacket Jakauka.
Jacket jakauka.
Yeah, alafu najua ni wale washaga go once a month.
Right. Na blanketi pia.
Anafulia nguo. Here's our wife.
Oh, geez. Okay, so welcome back. I think we're going to have a great session today. But let's start off by roping in our audience with the question of the day. We've got this one for you, and we ask, what are some of the red flags to look out for during the courting process? What are some of the red flags to look out for during the courting process? Wow. At K24 TV is how you can reach us on our socials, and that WhatsApp number is at the bottom of your screen if you want to call in. We'd love to hear your voice this morning. Throw in those questions to the experts and let's hear what they have to say. Dr. Julius, let me start off with you because we had this debate yesterday, you know, just with our co-workers, and we began to talk about dating versus courtship, and we kind of discovered that maybe perhaps there is a difference between dating and courtship.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you agree with us on that? And if so, please explain.
I think the difference, there's a small difference. You see, dating is that process when you've discovered somebody can be of interest to you. So you begin to take them out for tea, for coffee, for a walk.
Right.
But then courtship is when you have thrown maybe the main question. You've said, I'm interested in you.
Yeah.
I would want us to take this relationship into another deeper level.
Right.
So that is where the difference comes in. Now, in courtship now, that's where you're more serious. When you're dating, you are trying to analyze whether you're going to pop the question. So you're still developing the friendship.
Right.
But now in courtship, you've already made up your mind. I think I want to marry this guy.
Right.
Or I want to marry this lady. So now we can take it to that different level. Let us get serious. Let me know much more about your family and other things that I probably never knew about.
Right. And Dr. Jane, I'd have to say a lot of women are falling victim to this because they don't know the difference.
Yeah, you know, for most women, we actually, the challenge is the emotional part. We play more so from the emotional part, and the men are logical and analytical.
Wow.
When a man tells you, you know what, I want to go for coffee with you, most men don't mean much, beyond the fact that I want to know you more and know whether you can be potential. And not to tell the ladies, perhaps he had gone with somebody else last week.
Right.
So it is not only you. So he just wants to know, can we be friends?
Yes.
You know, can we start by being friends?
Yeah.
But for us ladies, the moment you ask for coffee, you already see the wedding dress.
And it's so funny you said that. We saw this video on TikTok, on social media. This lady went out for a date, and when she got back home, she was like, thank you, Jesus. The date went well. She removed the veil, put it on, was dancing in the mirror, dressing up, planning her wedding day.
Yes.
It was just coffee.
No, and I want to say that is the mindset of many of us as women.
Yes.
Women, we've been wired to know when somebody wants your attention, we do not understand that it is just attention.
Right.
It is not just that they want anything beyond that. And that's why so many of them get heartbroken when you don't go for a second date. And that's why so many of them say, I would rather even give in so that then perhaps he can consider me more because it's seeming like he's breaking my heart. To the young man, he does not understand about hurting you. He just took you for tea. And then you allowed your emotions to take the greater part of you.
Yeah.
So hold to your horses, your emotions.
Right.
Even ladies, I tell them, be logical and analytical. Go and analyze him.
So do you think then, when you're in the dating phase, by the way, it's, you know, all systems go on both parts. Do you think there needs to be a bit more flexibility? Are you allowed to date multiple people when you're in that stage? Because there's nothing serious. We've just had coffee. Last week I had someone else for coffee.
True.
Yeah.
You see, when we're talking about a date, dating actually comes from the word date. That means it starts with that one particular day where you're like, I want to know this person more. And that person could be actually probably also seeing another person, buying them coffee. They are not interested in 100% marrying. What would be wrong if you are a man and you are testing grounds and you are sleeping around with these ladies? Then that, I think that is wrong.
Right.
But I believe that is a time you open up from being general friends to a time now you are looking at this person in a unique way, wanting to understand them at that particular time. And you see what happens, as Dr. Jane said, the moment a lady goes for a date, she closes out anybody else, probably who would have been interested in her.
Right.
And the guy has not come up and said, I want to marry you, or I'm interested in you, until you hear a guy say, I want us to take this relationship in a higher level, or I would be interested to know you better or marry you. Then that means it has not yet come.
Wow.
Stop counting on your on something there.
Yes.
Probably you need more time.
Right.
So be open in your heart. Don't commit your heart to something that has not been committed to 100%.
But then come in the conservative people, Dr. Jane, and say, hey, but mwanamke ataonekana with how many men akienda dates? But the truth is, you're even advised by relationship experts, don't put all your eggs in one basket as a woman. You know, test around, see what's out there.
You know what? As a woman, you don't have to say yes for that date. If you look at this man and you know, even instincts will tell you, this is not the kind of a man I would like to see every morning in my house. You know, he is not. And you know this Peter, this one, you know, you can say no. It's in your power to say no.
Right.
No, thank you. No, thank you. And there's what you call group, you know, or social dating, where perhaps, let's say you've gone out as friends, you've gone for mountain climbing, you're many and you're a group ups of ex-campus students, and perhaps there's several guys, and among them the guys could be analyzing. That's also a form of dating, right? Where you go perhaps mountain climbing, you go for picnics as a group. That will also help the young man to understand. So for a young man, you can organize for a group setup or a wedding, and you call friends. And among them, there is one you want to chungulie and know. But I keep telling ladies, also you don't be very easy. When everybody tells you want to take you for coffee, tell them no, thank you. If the answer is no, the answer then have to be yes, because you want to see if he'll marry you. Right. No, it's up to me to know if I want you to marry me also. It's also in my hands. Right. And in my decision.
That's true.
Yeah.
And is there a window for this dating thing? Because I have seen women say some of the solutions to all of this, for us to jump to the next level, is ultimatums. For us now to be serious, you have to give the guy an ultimatum. What do you think, Dr. J?
Now, let me tell you something. At times, if you tell women to give guys ultimatums, they'll be getting it date too. Hey, you took me for coffee. Now you've taken. Tell me, what is this?
Where are we? Like, where are we gonna? Where are we heading? Where is this heading?
Where is this relationship heading to?
Yeah, you're like relationship.
And the gentleman is wondering, we've had a relationship, and so she may end up losing because she may look desperate. I think for women, they should not also be too available. Yeah. You know, when you don't sound too available, the man also realizes that you are of worth. Yes. And want to take the next step with you. Yeah. But if you go to their house to wash clothes Saturday morning, you're there cleaning the cobwebs, polishing the shoes.
Unaambia mama wa kufua what to do.
I want to, or you're even ironing. My friend will not marry you. He won't.
Yeah, because you're simply for convenience. And let's stop there for a second. Dr. Julius, what really triggers a man to decide, I want to take this further and let's move from the dating phase to courtship?
You know, let me tell you something. Shiko, the moment a man sees you, he already makes a decision whether he's interested in you. Now, your character is what will determine the next level.
Right.
And I usually say, and I think it has been mentioned maybe kidogo, but one of the things, desperation will make a man shy away. When you begin now those questions of, when are we going to your place? When are you going to see your mother? Now, let me tell you, when you begin to sound desperate, that will put off a man. But when you compose yourself, don't look like marriage is the only thing that you're looking for.
Yes.
First, in the beginning, every man wants to see whether he can have a normal conversation with a lady. You must have that decorum. That yes, if you're sitting down to have a meal together, you are not opening your mouth and eating like, I don't know, everybody can see the last thing in your mouth.
Chewing like a cow.
You are not too noisy.
Right.
Because men are like, sometimes I know there are men who like ladies who are talkative, but they want somebody who is also self-controlled. And so you've got to know how to package yourself, because you could be marriageable, but you just lack the right way of conversation. Then don't over pretend. You know, there are ladies, when they go for dating, they now, even walking becomes an issue. You know, you have seen her walk before. She takes long steps. Now she's taking, you know, those two small ones.
Yes.
The way she's putting her hands at her komeza, anaanza kujishika hivi pole pole. Unajua now this one is in Hollywood. She's acting. Please be you. Be you.
Okay, hold that thought. Kagwema is actually with us, and you know he always contributes on Thursday. Kagwema, good morning.
Good morning, Shiko. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Karibu sana.
Asante nashukuru, you have such a wonderful conversation. Say hi to the guys, the Kimanis in the studio.
Yes, thank you.
I want to start. Just want to go straight and contribute to the red flags that you need to look for when you are courting. I think that the major area to look for, and I think they are going to agree with him, is the conflict resolution, conflicts and conflict resolution. The people who are courting, if they don't have a conflict, they don't know how to resolve a conflict, because obviously when they get married, they will have issues and they will have conflict. How will they resolve those conflicts?
Right.
So because it will be two personalities who will be interacting, and their conflicts will come, whether you want it or not, because courtship is just a drama. People just put their foot forward. They don't want to show their true colors.
Right.
But when you get married, you have to understand somebody very well. So I'm kind of appealing to the Kimanis, even to touch on something called personality. There are 4 types of personalities, because that's what you marry. If you are choleric, you marry a sanguine. If you are sanguine, you marry a phlegmatic, or you marry a melancholic. All those personalities are interacting, and your conflicts will be solved according to your personality, okay?
Okay.
So I would very much appreciate that. And again, there is nothing like courtship. Courtship is pretense. People just pretend. They don't bring their best foot forward. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, you've heard what Kagwema has said. But I like the fact that he's stressing courtship is very important, because you get what what you see in marriage. But here's the thing. When you're courting now, let's say we have progressed, we have behaved well, we like each other's company, now we are in that serious phase. How long should this phase be, Dr. Jane? Because you have people, and you have a man or a woman committing and saying, but I'm with you, let's not fix something that isn't broke. Why do we have to put titles? Why do we need to get married? And before you know it, you're living together, you're courting forever. How long is this supposed to go on for?
That's why so many people make a mistake. And I want to talk to the ladies who have not yet made that mistake. There's so many ladies who call us and they say, you know, I've been married for like 5 years, we've been living together. He's never taken me to see the parents. He's never come for Kurashia on this and the other. But she took courtship the wrong way. She took it into his house. One blouse at a time. And finally the entire wardrobe. And then he realized perhaps he was not ready for the process. Or you made it easy for him. I tell people they should be planning. They should be planning. Like Kagwema is talking about conflict and conflict resolution. That comes in premarital counseling.
When they've popped the question.
When they've already popped the question.
Okay.
Because you don't understand about conflict with somebody you're not sure, or they are taking the next step. So the first thing, when you plan, there should be a planned program that this time we are planning to do a wedding because it is convenient. And the wedding could be whatever type of a wedding you have planned to have. And number two, we need to go for premarital counseling because that, everything is talked about comes in there. When these people have decided, yes, you're going to be mine, and within this time, now that's when we take them through that step. So I say that is the second to last towards living together, that is in marriage or civil, whatever kind of relationship. So I would like to say, if you need a guy to marry you, do not give in. Don't.
Kata.
Actually say no. When he tells you, you know, I say this bluntly. Really, if I need something from somebody and you're giving it to me, then I don't need to pay for it.
That's the theory behind it. That's the thinking behind it.
That's the process. You don't need a process. And ladies, make yourself worth a process. Yes.
Wow. Well, Dr. Julius, now we see situations today where people have made that mistake, like Dr. Jane is saying, you're already living together, which ultimately means it's like you're married anyway. You know, then now comes in this entanglement. Of course, there's the sex before marriage that comes in, that creeps in during the courtship phase. How is someone going to handle that kind of a conversation? Yet, okay, fine, you say you're serious, but then again, I'm a Christian, or I believe that sex before marriage is wrong, especially. Why don't you speak a little bit about that after we take this caller? Yes, good morning.
Morning too.
Yes, Amos. Habari yako?
Mzuri sana.
Uko na swali ama unachangia?
Niko na swali. Mzuri sana.
Okay, fine. It seems like we've lost it, but no problem, Amos. I'm sure he'll call back. We've got someone here who says, hi, I'm a student, 22 years. I got pregnant with this guy whom I left because he was so violent. The relationship was so stressful. He's now back claiming he has changed. But I find it difficult to forgive him. In fact, when I remember Madarao alinifanyia, like he always talks to his ex, not responsible, has no respect, etc., just insults all day. And when I request him to be supporting the baby, he always says he's got no money. It hurts. And I finally decided to name the baby after my dad and raise my son as a single mom. Nilifanya vibaya? Please advise.
That was the only thing she could have done. If what she says is the truth, nothing but the truth, that she didn't contribute to that, you know, now we've had the judgment from one side, we've had the situation from one side, but proper judgment is done from both sides, hearing both sides. And if that, what she has told us, is the absolute truth, then the only thing she had to was to walk away and take care of the child. And citing that he still relates with his ex-girlfriend, it will be such a toxic relationship. It was already very toxic. Take care of your baby. One day, somehow, beyond the horizon, a good man will come for you.
Amen to that. Dr. Julius.
Yes.
All right. I understand we've got a caller. Do we have a caller? Yes? Okay, fine. Let's listen to our caller who either has a question or perhaps a comment. Good morning.
Okay.
Dedan.
My name is Kinyanjui.
Yes, we're going to ask you to turn down your monitor, please. From, you know, where you're watching us from. Turn down your monitor, please, or your TV. Turn down your monitor, please. From, you know, where you're watching us from. Turn down your monitor, please. All right, Kinyanjui, seems like we're having a problem with that call. But Kinyanjui, please call us back, and you know, once you've turned down your monitor, we'll be able to hear you well. But yes, so we're talking about all these things that come with courtship, sex included. Where do you stand with that, by the way?
You know, I usually say that mistakes happen, and probably that happened. Now, one of the things that will happen is that when you engage in sex before marriage, it already brings a doubt within the two people. Because one of the things is that you'll find a lot of insecurities happen because if you hear that maybe your lady was seen with another gentleman, if maybe it was a workmate, the thought is like, the way she gave in to me before I married her, that thing could happen. The same thing with the man. He may be somewhere with a lady and probably there is nothing going on. But then the thoughts come, if he could actually provoke me to sleep with him before marriage, he could be doing the same. So that's why we say avoid sex before marriage, because it will bring issues. Then, of course, as Dr. Den said, there is an expectation. Every gift you want to unwrap it on a certain time. Now, there are people who want to go on a venture to compare. So the moment they have tasted the fruits, then they begin thinking, because they have probably done 1 or 2 times thereabout, they are like, this is not it. And they get bored. But if they were committed into the relationship and they were into marriage, they would not opt out that easily, because they know it is more than just the intimacy part. But I usually say this, if you have done that and probably you are in courtship, you have not started staying together, you can choose now to abstain and wait until the D-Day. Because the more you keep on doing that, the more you lose value for the main thing. Now, the other thing that may happen, probably you have already started living together and you have begun to see mistakes happening. Now, you see, when you start living together without a commitment of marriage, then the easiest way, it can be very easy to opt out. So this is a time you can say, can we have a break if there are issues? Let us now follow the due process. There is nothing wrong in changing things along the way. Can we have the due process where we can now pursue the issues of paying dowry, all that, and getting into a genuine marriage? Any covenant will always be exciting, when, especially for ladies, when you see a ring put on your finger. Brings peace.
Let's take a look at WhatsApp. We understand they're coming in quite a bit. I'm sure there are quite a number of questions for you. Hey, pastors, I'm Sarah, 21 years old, and we have been dating with a guy since last year. And late last year, he told me he would want to marry me. Na nisichukulie serious. So on Monday, akarudia the same statement, and he was more serious about it. Na haisi kuoga. Woga, right, rather, Alisema, sorry, please go back to that. Alisema, he would want us to officiate it in 2022. Please help me. Okay, so he's talking about it, but he doesn't seem to be serious. I think that's what I'm getting from that. Okay. Hello, Shiko. I love the discussion. I'd like to ask whether it is important to sign a prenup when you are ready to settle down after courtship. Eric from Laikipia. Good question. Joshua from Kirinyaga, Kamakawa with us. Joshua, good morning.
Morning, Shiko.
Karibu.
I'm very good. Yes. Now, first of all, let me respond to something that Daktari has said, that sex before marriage will create or bring some doubts in the two people who are courting. And probably let each one of them have feelings like the other one could be doing the same thing with other people. But, or maybe a man says that this is not it, but would you rather not just realize that this is not it before marriage, or you realize that this is, you got a raw deal once you're in the marriage? That's one. Number two, I want to say that men really don't settle down in marriages. We surrender, Shiko. You know, if you go out for a date with a lady for a day or two, the third time should be like, hey, why are we even messing up? Why don't we just settle down? I want to tell Daktari that in today's world, really, no man takes a woman out for tea because he just wants to have a good time and some conversation. They take women out as they figure out how to really nail it. And if we go out telling our women that, oh, you see, you have to say no, you play hard to get. I mean, if he hasn't introduced you to the parents, he's not serious. The kind of desperation on our street, Shiko, does not really allow for this. And that's why most of our women nowadays have gone for what I would call carpet bombing. Any way that you can use that can trap this guy, you bring it on. But finally, I want to say that if at times when we say that you want to get a woman who probably you can look up to, it is not true, because men marry downwards. We really don't marry women that are up in the ladder or probably higher in the food chain than we are. So many a times, very few men marry women who will add so much value to them. And finally, the whole business of, I don't know, she loves me. We are loved by our mothers. Oh, you marry for company. I mean, we have our boys' clubs. We marry for sex and procreation. That's it.
Wow. Okay, Joshua, thank you so much. Always quite controversial. Well, we're going to take a short commercial break as I let Dr. Julius and Dr. Jane marinate on some of those points. But keep those questions coming. We're talking about the courtship process. Remember, Dr. Julius made it very clear. There is a difference between dating and courting. Now you know, ladies. Now you know. We'll be back.